yeah, 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 yeah. Don't see, sometimes I gotta do stuff like that to hype me up, to help me have a good day, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm about to talk about when I won sophomore homecoming queen. That was one of the best days of my freaking life. Man, oh man. And the way it happened, it was like super, super crazy. So I was a sophomore, right? And I was in my language arts class. So they made an announcement like, hey, you know, like, we're doing nominations for, you know, sophomore homecoming queen, and so on and so forth, whatever. So everybody in my class, they're like, Michelle, like, we think that you would be like a good fit, you know, to be like the sophomore homecoming queen. Like, how do you feel about that? I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, that's dope. Like, that's a good opportunity, right? So then the class started talking amongst each other, whatever. I'm just doing my work and all that stuff. And so, like, it was like later on that week, they on the announcements, they announced like who got nominated, right? So I'm just in the class chilling, you know, talking to my friends and all that stuff, and they're just talking, you know, and then they're like, yeah, so sophomore homecoming queens, these are the females that were nominated. And then they said my name, Michelle Allen. I said, what? The class was like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, they said me, yeah. I was super happy. Everybody was happy. I was like, but I was humbled though, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wow, like, that's amazing. Like, I wonder who else voted for me, because I know the whole class did. My whole classroom did. But, I mean, more people had to vote for me to, like, be nominated like that. I went to a huge known high school. So, I was like, wow, like, this is, like, so I was like, all right, well, like, this is, like, really dope. Like, I was really excited, right? So, I was like, all right, cool. So, I didn't know that when you get nominated, they do certain things for you, right? So, like, they're like, hey, like, the sophomore homecoming queens, like, no, the teacher was like later on, my time period is all over the place. Like, later on, like, a week later after that, the teacher was like, hey, like, Michelle, like, you're leaving. I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, what the hell, like, what the fuck, like, why am I leaving? So I'm like, okay, like, do you know why? She's like, oh, you're going to lunch. And I'm like, okay, okay. So I was like, I'm still kind of confused. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused. And then she was like, well, just go downstairs, like, to the office, and they'll explain everything to you. So we went, and they take us to lunch, to, like, a fancy restaurant to eat, because we got nominated. I did not know that. So, and then my best friend at the time, Dandia, wherever you at, bro, I love you, and I hope all is well with you. I haven't talked to you in years, but you are the man. That was my boy. Dandia was my boy, man. And he got nominated. So we were in the same classroom, and he got nominated too. Nominated too. So they were like, dang, like, Michelle and Don, like, I feel like you guys will be, like, amazing sophomore homecoming king and queen. So Don was, you know, he was already, he's like, man, come on, go, I'm down with it, you know what I mean? So, like, me and him, he got nominated too. How I forget about Don. So he got nominated too. So we both went to lunch, and I'm like, he's like, yo, bro, this is dope. I was like, it is. So we went to lunch and stuff. It was like all of us, even the seniors, everybody, all of us, like, everybody that was nominated, we all got lunch. We all talked. Like, it was really, really fun. So then, fast forward, then, like, we all have to go to the football game, because we're gonna find out, like, who won, right? So this is all before that big dance, whatever. So we're gonna find out who won. So, you know, I had my little cute dress on, and I had my hair done and all that stuff, but I was kind of frustrated because my dad, R.I.P., he procrastinates, man. So, like, he was procrastinating, and I was like, Dad, like, come on, like, we gotta go. Like, you're trying to do all this extra stuff. Like, maybe I should have just drove there. Like, oh my God. So everybody got together. We got there. We made it just in time before the announcements, right? I wanted to see the game, but I was like, all right, like, it's not gonna happen like that. So I had my hair all pretty, and I'm gonna find a picture too to see if I can probably upload it to show you guys. So I had my hair all pretty, and then I had, like, my pretty dress on, my flats, because I do not wear heels, and I still don't. I had my flats and everything, and I'm, like, ready. So we make it to the game on time. I was stressed getting there. I'm like, bro, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was stressing. I'm like, honestly, like, I was like, I'm really gonna miss the announcement. Like, I'm not gonna be there, and I need to be there. So anyway, we got there. I was happy. Stress behind me, whatever. So then I'm trying to find Don. I'm like, Don, bro, I'm texting you. Where are you at? He's like, where are you at, bro? I've been blowing up your phone, calling you, trying to find out where you're at. You're late. Like, we're on the field. Like what the hell? And I'm like, on the field. So now I'm freaking out even more. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right. So like it was just a lot going on. So I was able to get to the field, right? Don's like, bro, come on, man, where you at? Where you at? So I get down to the field. So I finally got down. I'm like looking to see where Don's at. Don's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, what's up? Like, come on, bro. Like, he was freaking out for me. He was freaking out for me. So then like I'm like rushing on the field. I'm like rushing it, like move. I'm rushing on the field. I get on the field. I get next to Don, right? So like right after I get there, they started like announcing everything, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like this is not how I imagined it, bro. Like if it was for me, I would have been there like earlier. But my dad was like, oh, like I have to go. Like we all have to go at the same time. I'm like, all right, but everybody gotta be on the same page. We be late to everything, you know? So anyway, so my dad was there, my mom was there. So me and Don were waiting. I'm like, he's like, bro, what's up? I'm like, man, it's a long story. Afterwards, I'll tell you all went down, bro. It's just a lie. It's just a lot. So anyway, so we're there, and then like we couldn't hear shit. We couldn't hear shit. So if I wish they had a video of me and Don, because we were like, it was like so many people. Like back then, like our school was known for football. We're like the #1 school in football. So the games, everything was packed. So really, like Don, the fuck? Like, can you hear? He's like, no, I can't hear nothing. I was like, then how are we gonna know like who won? Like what the hell? And I was like, bro, I don't know. We just gotta write it out. So then they started announcing like who won, right? So then they're like, all we heard was sophomores. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, bro, I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We're both like looking crazy, like, ah! Like we're standing next to each other. Thank God that he was there, because he was just as nervous as me. Man, I miss Don. So then I'm like, all right. So like we're just standing there, right? Then all of a sudden we see like the whole freaking bleachers. Everybody stands up and starts going down. I mean, all the sophomores, like all our sophomore friends, everybody that knows, everybody starts going ham, bro. So I'm like, Don, where's everybody going ham? He's like, oh, I don't know. Then they're like, bruh, y'all just won. I was like, what? So Don starts like jumping up, bro. Like, yeah. So I'm like, wow, like, you know, I got a dress on, you know, I'm trying to have class. I wasn't classy back then, but I was trying to have class. So like we're hugging each other, we're all happy and everything. And like it was funny because we had a late reaction because we didn't know that we won, right? Like we didn't have a clue. So like we're jumping up and all that stuff. Like they give him whatever they give him. I don't remember what they gave him, but they gave me flowers. So I got the flowers and all that stuff. Me and Don, we hugging each other, we're jumping up and down and stuff. So we won and everything. So after that, like, you know, we're all hanging out by the concession stands, and like all our friends are coming up to us, hugging us and all that stuff. And that night, that's when I met my friend Reagan, R.I.P. Reagan. I know my small's getting on. That was my boy. R.I.P. to Reagan. But that was just a litty night. My mom, she called my uncle Meezy, Michael Jordan. She called him. He was so happy. Like the whole night, like the whole day, he kept calling my mom, like, what's up with Mai? What's up with Mai? Like, did she win? Like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, what's up with Mai? Like, what? He was blowing her up, like, everybody. And then he was going, telling everybody in the whole neighborhood, everybody in the hood, that I won. And it was just a beautiful time. And I honestly, like, I could not believe that I won, bro. Like, I could not. Like, I knew I was popular, but I didn't know that I was popular like that. And it was beautiful because, and I'm parking. It was beautiful because, like, in middle school, I had a really rough time. Like, I was teased, bullied. Like, I was not popular at all. Like, I was not popular at all. But the people that were for me, they came into my life. I had, like, you know, a little bit amount of friends, but I had a really rough elementary school year, No, elementary was pretty dope. Middle school was really rough for me. I was not popular. It was not good. So once I got to high school, people started seeing me for who I really was. And I started making a lot of friends, and I became like really, really popular. But I knew I was popular, but I didn't know I was popular like that. Like in high school, like my energy is still live, but like, I mean, in high school, it was freaking live. Like everybody will be laughing, bro, because I will be like, what's yeah, like all the time, like litty like that, like all the time, and everybody will be like, my show, like I'm so excited, like when they, like even when I walk into the classroom, everybody like, my show's here. What? Oh, bro, it's about to be lit. Like, bro, I never forget, I got in trouble one time when I was in high school. I got in trouble one time because me and my friends, Celeste and Nehemiah, we were all like fucking around in class. Like the teacher will be like, hey, do I have to send like one of you guys like out? And like we'll always like, you know, back then, like if you get caught with your phone, you have to give it to the teacher and you have to wait till the end of the day to get it. So like we'll be sneaking, like texting each other in class and shit, trying to hide the phone and texting and all that stuff. Cause y'all know, like back then, like in the 2000s, like when was this, like 2007, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, that's when texting was like huge, you know what I mean? So like we'll be texting in class and shit, like they're like, Michelle, come to the back of the classroom, like it's a group, like, you know, we get to pick groups, it's gonna be me, you, and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went back there one time and I got in trouble because like we were joking around and like real loud, they're like, bro, I dare you, like start singing R. Kelly. I don't know how we got on R. Kelly, but they're like, bro, I dare you to start singing R. Kelly. I was like, man, come on, bro, like, y'all, come on, bro, like stop playing with me, I know I ain't scared, like do it. So I was like, my mind telling me no. The teacher was like, who was that? Everybody was crying, bro. My mind telling me no. The teacher was like, who was that? So I ended up having to go outside. I went outside, she talked to me, and I came back in, and the freaking class was dying, bro. They couldn't believe I did it. But anyway, so, whoo. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, sophomore homecoming queen, beautiful. It was so much fun. My dad was there. He was so happy. He was so proud. And I was really glad that my dad was there. Y'all know my dad, unfortunately, his time was limited on this earth. He went on to be with God, but he was able to see that, and everybody else was able to see that, and it was litty, bro. It was litty. The best experience of my life. I am proud to be where I am now, and I am proud to say, yo, I was in high school, I was sophomore homecoming queen. I won that. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all probably think this video is irrelevant, but that night was litty, lit. And I got even more popular off of that, because after that, then everybody was like, who's my show? Oh my gosh, my show, are you the one that won sophomore homecoming queen? Yeah, sweetheart, how are you? Can I have a hug? People thought I was really weird. They were like, bro, like, you're always this friendly? Yeah. And then I realized that I had, like, my anxiety was high. Like, I forced myself to talk to people and stuff, but I was really scared. But I wanted to be that girl. You know what I mean? I wanted to be sociable and talk to everybody and friendly and all that stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. Damn, 14 minutes, that's a long ass time. I need to get to work. I'm out.